Calaroga Shark Media.
Hi, and welcome to Taylor Swift Today, a short roundup of all the headlines around Taylor's music, tours, movies, and life. Well, today's the big day, and Taylor has set the world and the internet on fire. Taylor has caused quite a stir with the release of her latest album, The Tortured Poets Department, which dropped this morning. The album, her 11th studio release, is filled with pointed references to her ex-boyfriends, including Joe Alwyn and MATTY HEALY, as well as a reignited feud with reality star Kim Kardashian. Fans were left scrambling to decipher the many hidden messages within the lyrics of her songs. And it wasn't just Taylor's former romantic partners who found themselves at the receiving end of her razor-tongued attacks. Kim Kardashian was also among the targets, with listeners identifying two potential diss tracks that appear to reference Taylor's bitter feud with the reality star and her ex-husband, Kanye West. Just 2 hours after the initial release, Taylor surprised fans by revealing a second installment titled The Anthology, which she had teased with a countdown clock on social media. One of the tracks included in this release, Thank You, Amy, has fans convinced that it's aimed directly at Kim with the letters K, I, and M capitalized in the title. There's a bronze spray-tanned statue of you and a plaque underneath it that threatens to push me down the stairs at our school. All that time you were throwing punches, I was building something. And I can't forgive the way you made me feel, screamed F you, Amy, to the night sky as the blood was gushing. But I can't forget the way you made me heal. Taylor also seems to reference Kim's daughter, Northwest, dancing to her 2014 single Shake It Off on TikTok. And so I changed your name and any real defining clues, and one day your kid comes home singing a song that only us two is gonna know is about you. Fans have been sharing their thoughts on social media platform X, with one describing the song as the ultimate F you, and another shocked listener saying, OMFG, Thank You Amy is about Kim Kardashian. This album is so unhinged. Another song, Cassandra, makes several references to snakes, which has been a significant symbol in the ongoing feud between Taylor, Kim, and Kanye, leading many to believe that this track is yet another subtle jab. While the references in Cassandra are more subtle, fans are still drawing connections to Taylor's feud with Kim and Kanye, with many believing that the title character represents Taylor herself and that mentions of the call allude to a phone call between the singer and Kanye, which Kim secretly recorded and posted online. Swifties are not known for doing things by halves and have been left in tears by the new album, calling it a masterpiece and her best album ever. One typed, I'm crying right now. Taylor, we love you. While another added, this is going to be the best album Taylor has made, I know it. 13 seconds in, and it's already the best album, a follower penned, and one excitedly wrote, OMG Taylor, this is a masterpiece. Thank you for this amazing album. Love you. I love it so much already, a Swiftie typed, while another penned, this is the best album you've ever made. The Tortured Poets Department has apparently resonated with critics in the same way it has with her legions of fans, with numerous reviews applauding the gloriously chaotic and daring project. In a flood of reviews, critics quickly labeled Taylor's album her most personal to date and described it as a sharp, savage attack on her British exes, following fan speculation that several tracks targeted her former flames, Joe Alwyn and MATTY HEALY. In Variety, Chris Willman pointed out that the album is renewing Taylor's vows with heartbreak, highlighting that it had been 10 years since she had released a similar record taking such jabs at her exes. He wrote, The Tortured Poets Department gives everyone a full dose of the never getting over it Taylor that no one really wanted to get over. As breakup albums go, it's a doozy, as they would have said back in Clara Beau's day. An unapologetically dramatic, if often witty record that will be soundtracking untold millions of tragic riffs to come. If you've been putting one off, now might not be a bad time to schedule it. Rolling Stone's Rob Sheffield characterized the album as her most personal album yet, adding, It's the cathartic confession of a woman who thought she had adulthood and adult romance, all figured out, only to find herself realizing she knows nothing. Even by Swiftian standards, she gets wildly ambitious with her songwriting here. Meanwhile, UK critic Neil McCormick, writing in The Telegraph, emphasizes Taylor's savage swipes at her British exes in the album while giving it a 4-star rating. He wrote, "On the simplest of terms, what we have here is a very smart, seductive, lyrically sharp set of smooth synth pop songs about affairs of the heart, crafted with love, intelligence, and passion. Another hugely appealing addition to Swift's expanding canon. But it can be hard to disentangle the hook lines from the headlines on an album that is not so much a blockbuster entertainment release as a global news event. Although it features one sumptuously sad and gorgeous, lyrically forensic dissection of a fading romance with a depressed Brit on So Long, that would be actor Joe Alwyn, who she dated for 6 years, but sounds like she got over in about 6 minutes. The arc of this album is about a torrid and obsessive affair with a bad boy poet." Writing for The Guardian, Alexis Petridis awarded the Tortured Poets department 4 stars, stating, "There's clearly a risk involved in calling out elements of your own fan base, however justified said attack is, but Swift pulls it off." More in a moment. The Tortured Poets department has dropped, and it's causing quite a stir among her exes and current boyfriend. While many believed the album would include shady lyrics about MATTY HEALY, the 1975 frontman is reportedly relieved and couldn't be happier with the result, according to a source close to him who spoke to Us Weekly. The source revealed that MATTY and his loved ones were initially worried about what Taylor might say on the album, given his struggles with life in the public eye. MATTY's family knew about the relationship, and they were worried that Taylor was going to rip him apart, the source said. The last thing that he needs is for every Swiftie in the world to think he's a villain. On the other hand, the penultimate song on the album, The Alchemy, appears to contain multiple references to football and Taylor's current boyfriend, Travis Kelce. The bridge of the song is where the references to Kelce are most obvious, with lyrics like, "Cheers chanting, 'cause they said there was no chance trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me." The chorus also seems to allude to Kelce's success on the field, with lines such as, "Touchdown, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby. I'm the one to beat. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy?" Other parts of the song refer to blokes warming the benches, further solidifying the football theme. BBC Radio 1 host Greg James was left lost for words during Friday's breakfast show and threatened to walk, after claiming that nobody is listening to the radio show after the brand new album release. Greg said in a video that he uploaded to Instagram, 10 minutes into the breakfast show and she has just released another album, before bursting out laughing. He appeared to be in complete shock over Taylor's latest revelation. "There's probably nobody listening. There's literally nobody listening now," he continued, before looking around a studio that was in silence. He continued, "There's no point. There's nobody here because everyone has gone to listen to it. That will do well." The presenter decided to take off his headset and get up out of his chair. "I will go and listen to it now," he said before faking walking out the door. We asked our Swiftie insider her thoughts on the album. Wow, where to even begin? This album is classic Taylor in the way it fearlessly puts her heart on her sleeve and takes listeners on an emotional journey through her past relationships and feuds. From the scathing references to her exes Joe Alwyn and MATTY HEALY, to the not-so-subtle jabs at Kim Kardashian in tracks like Thank You Amy and Cassandra, Taylor is taking no prisoners. At the same time, the album showcases her unparalleled songwriting abilities and her knack for packaging raw, deeply personal emotions into irresistibly catchy pop hooks. Critics are absolutely raving about it, calling it her most ambitious and revelatory work to date. And the fans are eating it up, sobbing their hearts out one minute and screaming along the next. That said, I do think Taylor needs to be a bit careful about being so explicit in airing dirty laundry, especially when it comes to other celebrities. Part of me wishes she'd focus more on the joyful new love she's found with Travis Kelce, rather than rehashing old drama. But overall, I'm incredibly proud of her and blown away by what she's achieved with this album. 11 albums in, and she's still finding new depths to explore, still bearing her soul in ways no one else dares to. She's truly one in a generation. The Tortured Poets Department is an undeniable triumph that will be remembered as one of the defining albums of her career. Swifties rejoice. Our queen has done it again. And there you have it. We'll have more bonus episodes all weekend with fan feedback. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your app of choice. And leave us a rating or review if you love the show. I'm Annalise Idle. Thanks to Mark Francis and John McDermott. Portions of this podcast may have been created with the assistance of AI. Taylor Swift Today is a Calaroga Shark media production.